What is going on, Outlaws? Once again, Michael or Legacy Kill HD here discussing Red Dead Redemption 2. And today we're going to be breaking down some of the latest news about this upcoming game while also looking at some of the other news surrounding Rockstar Games. But we're going to start off with this. On Xbox One, Red Dead Redemption received an update, and this update was huge, 563 megabytes. And so far about nothing has been found except for a new loading screen image. And this image is actually John Marston in the middle of the Red Dead Redemption title screen. And I've received a lot of questions about this. A lot of people asking me, is this something related to Red Dead Redemption 2? Could this be a stability thing for Xbox One's version? Or could it be related to the multiplayer and fixing it up? And honestly, at this point, I really don't know. It's a huge update. We really haven't had anything like that since, I believe, 2014. And you would think that this is a bug fix for Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox One version, but it doesn't make any sense why you'd put John Marston on the title screen now. And that's why I'm very puzzled by all of this. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let me know if you found anything, because right now, this is an interesting mystery. And I also want to make sure that I note that so far what I've heard, there is no update to the PS3 or Xbox 360 version. So if this is indeed related to the Xbox One backwards compatible version, I really wonder why Microsoft would not release some type of statement or some type of notes of what they fixed, or even give some reasoning of why you're putting John Marston in the middle of the Red Dead Redemption splash or title screen image. Because if it's not related to that, well, it could be some type of tease of John Marston in some sorts. But now to our next topic, we have some more information on the development of Red Dead Redemption 2, and this is coming from another former Rockstar Games employee who appears to have just left the company here in November. And on their blog, they stated that they worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 for 2 years for Rockstar North, so that gives us an insight on how long the game has been in development. And based on the previous information that we know of, there's been some reports stating that this game has been in development for 4 years. All of this is lining up. You gotta remember that this employee works for Rockstar North, and we know that Rockstar San Diego are more than likely the main developer behind Red Dead Redemption 2. So it makes sense that Rockstar San Diego began development in 2012, and as Rockstar North and a lot of the other studios were working on GTA 5 and getting the ports out for PC, Xbox One, and PS4, Rockstar San Diego laid down the groundwork for the next game. And then soon after, in 2014, Rockstar North and the other studios began to start helping on this next project. And based on some of the other past information that we found from Rockstar Games employees' LinkedIn profiles, we know that members of the GTA Online team began heading over and starting on an unannounced project, which is Red Dead Redemption 2, in March of 2015. So at that point in early 2015, the key members of the GTA Online team began to help out Rockstar San Diego to probably implement the same thing, GTA Online to Red Dead Online. But either way, all of this is great news to fans, because it definitely sounds like Rockstar Games is going to be able to hit that release date mark, because it seems like this game's probably close to being finished at this point, and they're probably going to spend the remaining months on polishing and marketing. But now to our next topic, we're going to be discussing Take-Two Interactive's conference call with investors the other day. And if you're not aware, Take-Two is the parent company of Rockstar Games, and they discussed some very interesting things. And first of all, they obviously mentioned Red Dead Redemption 2, and it was the next big thing coming from Rockstar Games. They pretty much gave all the information that Rockstar Games had already revealed, but there was some other interesting takeaways from this event, one of those being that Red Dead Redemption 2 was referred to a lot by the Take-Two team as Red Dead 2. Why is this important? Well, we obviously know that Red Dead Revolver was technically the first game, and Red Dead Redemption was its spiritual successor. And at campfires within Red Dead Redemption, you hear stories about the events of Red Dead Revolver. You hear about characters such as Red Harlow and Jack Swift, so you think that these guys are actually in the universe. A lot of people point out that these are just Easter eggs, but maybe they're more than that. And this goes back again to the character that we see on the Red Dead Redemption 2 poster. It looks like a character of Jack Swift. Now maybe the story of Red Dead Revolver is not canon, but maybe the characters are still in the universe. And there's a good chance that Rockstar Games may be bringing them back in a different type of way, and maybe just drawing inspiration from their backstories within Red Dead Revolver, which would be an interesting nod. But next up, we once again have Take-Two stating on the record that they will be supporting the Nintendo Switch, and this may be important for fans that want to see Rockstar Games titles on the console. And from the Nintendo Switch trailer, we obviously know that NBA 2K will be on the Nintendo Switch in 2017. And if you weren't aware, 2K Games is obviously under Take-Two Interactive, so we know that that's one title that Take-Two will be having on the Nintendo Switch. But for Rockstar Games, there's been a lot of analysts out there saying that they're not really sure if Rockstar Games will go down that route, and I think it's really going to be depending on the sales for the console and how's the reception among the community, because we obviously know of the problems with the Wii and the Wii U. But in terms of Red Dead Redemption 2 and seeing a copy on the Nintendo Switch, it really depends all on Nintendo and how all this plays out. And now to the last part of the call and the last topic of the day, we have Take-Two once again specifying that Grand Theft Auto Online will continue. Rockstar Games has much more planned going forward. But there's also another interesting detail that came when an investor discussed remastered games. They asked, with the success of BioShock, the collection, will there be more moving forward? And the Take-Two management pretty much said that they have some stuff moving moving forward. They have a huge catalog of games, but they didn't want to announce anything yet. Which, if you didn't know, in the last conference call with investors, Take-Two was asked by an investor, would Rockstar Games make any remasters, and they pretty much stated that they were considering it, and in due course Rockstar Games would decide. And I know a lot of you outlaws out there have been asking me, would Red Dead Redemption still get a remaster, and at this point I don't think it's likely, being that there's already an Xbox One backwards compatible version, and now PlayStation 4 will be getting it on the PlayStation Now service, and in some ways you'll be able to stream that to your PC, so I don't think Rockstar Games has any plans of making a Red Dead Redemption remaster. But there's a certain game called Grand Theft Auto 4 that's getting close to a 10-year anniversary, and if you didn't know, Rockstar Games does like their 10-year anniversary titles within the Grand Theft Auto series. But there's actually more evidence that does support this. I discussed this a few weeks ago in a Grand Theft Auto 4 remastered video. I will put a link in the description so you guys can give that a look. But to give you guys a brief summary, a Rockstar Games employee here in 2016 accidentally showed off a upgraded version of Liberty City, which is pretty much straight out of Grand Theft Auto 4, and it was emulated into the Grand Theft Auto 5 engine. Now what this could mean is that Grand Theft Auto Online could be carried over, somehow connecting Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5 so players can continue on. And just a few months ago, Rockstar Games was found to be messing around with the files for Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 4 episodes from Liberty City. They were adding mysterious files to a beta branch, so it definitely seems like they have something in the works. Either way, as Take-Two did state, they have a large variety of games that they could choose from, but I just find it interesting that Grand Theft Auto 4 has not been brought over in any sort of way. But again, there's a lot of games out there. I'm sure a lot of fans would love to see a Bully version brought over to the Xbox One or PS4, and a lot of the other games such as Manhunt, Max Payne, or even the Warriors. But let me know what you think in the comment section below, outlaws. And before I get out of here, I want to give a quick update. A lot of you outlaws out there have been asking me to do a Red Dead Redemption walkthrough, and I will be doing it. It will be happening on my second channel in the next week or two. I will be giving more updates in some of these videos, but I want to let you guys know it will be happening. I saw a lot of people wanting to see it, so it will happen. So make sure to subscribe to my second channel. And while I have the chance, I want to say thank you, outlaws, for all the support on these videos. I love every comment that I get. I try to respond to as many as I can, but I love the continual support. But obviously everything that drops related to Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, I will make sure to update you outlaws on. But again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smack that like button if you did enjoy the video or found any informative value. Also, drop down in the comments, let me know what your thoughts on the topics that we discussed today, and also consider subscribing for a lot more additional Red Dead Redemption 2 content to come. And remember, outlaws to the end.